A 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing from you, Miles. I'd give you a total set, a countdown, setup. Normally
No,
you say something rude or,
No, all I heard was you say something like a 1.
Yeah, a 1. Yeah, anyway. Hey, everybody.
Then, well, start it again. Okay, edit this part out.
I'm not editing. A 1,
I told
a
you to
2,
edit.
a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, everyone, this is Bob's well-hung friend, El Mucho Ding Dong.
That's not even funny. Oh, my God.
It's funny.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Static Show. This is Bob.
What's not even funny? This is Miles.
This is Miles.
I'm just
Miles.
I'm just the other guy.
It's Miles and the other guy. All right.
No, it's Bob Lament and the other guy.
Yes. Bob Lament and the other guy. I don't think we're streaming, but I'm not going to worry about that right now.
Oh, fuck.
I am exhausted, Miles.
You've been busy.
I've been up. I've been down.
Mm-hmm.
I was out of town recently.
Detroit?
Like as recently as a few hours ago.
Bob flew into Flint, Michigan.
What?
You flew into Flint, Michigan.
Yeah, right? I'm cleaning up the water in Flint.
Yeah. You're help out.
My new gig.
Yeah.
The pilot tonight on the way back into St. Louis was like, Johnny Daredevil or something. My gosh, we did these maneuvers on the way into the airport. It was like I was on the bridge of the Starship Enterprise. They're all leaning to one way and then leaning the other way and then going forward and going backwards.
Senor.
Yeah, it was a little intense on the landing compared to most of them. I mean, the funny thing was they did these maneuvers in the air, right? Like, tipping. I mean, I was looking straight down. It was like I was on a ride at, Six Flags or something. And then I went the other way. I was looking down out the other window. And then we leveled off and we landed actually fairly smoothly, but that kind of jolting back and forth, I don't know what they were doing. But
yeah.
Evasive maneuvers, Captain.
I spilled my drink.
Yeah, at that point they'd already cleaned up all that stuff.
Sorry, sir.
Had drinks.
You already had your drink.
Nobody had no drinks. At that stage, we were all buckled
I'll
in,
have another
ready to
sarsaparilla.
go.
Give me another
sarsaparilla. But I was out of town for business.
Era.
And I don't normally have to do that. Every once in a while, I get called upon. I don't know what you'd call it. I get invited. I get called upon. I get asked. I mean, whatever you want to say.
Hijacked.
Yeah, I am very much a hermit.
A fancy lad.
Yeah. And so, like, I was at this thing for a few days, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll go to dinner with somebody if I know them. And a lot of times, if I'm tired, I just go get something delivered to my room or whatever.
Yeah,
that's probably what I did most of the time. But so I got asked to go to this like business dinner,
mm-hmm.
and it was like one of these deals where it's kind of like salespeople are courting the group. And so, they're going to, Oh yeah. So, I mean, it's a spread, right? So we go to this like tiki place with all the tikis.
Wait, you weren't at Disney World, were you? The tiki room?
No, it wasn't the Enchanted Tiki Bar. No, but it was like a tiki place and everybody's drinking and whatnot. And so, and then it's just like this enormous spread of food. It was crazy. Like, oh, would you like an appetizer? And I'm like, no, I don't really. I don't know. And so then they're, but
you like coffee?
Yeah, you like coffee? But there was like 8 of us, and so everybody else is ordering shit because they're like, yeah, it's free, it's all free, right? This sales guy is going to pay for it, and so we had like this whole table full of every appetizer on the menu. I swear to God, there was like calamari, and there was all kinds of weird stuff that I never would eat. I'd never eat calamari. They look like rubbery onion rings, if you ask me.
That'd be a cold day in hell. I eat that.
Really? But they were challenging because I was on the coast, and so therefore it was a lot of seafood. So they had some shrimp, some calamari. They had I don't even know, these tubes with mayonnaise in it. I don't even know what the hell it was. It was just bizarre.
These flesh-colored tubes full of mayonnaise.
I'm a picky eater. As people, if they watch the show, I'm not going to eat any tube of mayonnaise. And then everybody's like eating these things. They're like, oh, these are so good, these tubes of mayonnaise.
There was like this hole in the wall, and this tube came out. And it was flesh-colored.
But it was
full of mayonnaise.
And they were like eating all this weird stuff. And so I actually ate a shrimp, which I've never had a shrimp in my life.
Ugh, hard no. Ugh.
It was a deep fried coconut shrimp or something like that. And I thought, I gotta try to blend in here. I'm kind of like, a tiger or something. I don't know. I need to get my speckles, my leopard spots or something. And so I'm like, okay, give me one of them shrimps. And I choked that thing down. And then at the same time all this is happening, my wife is texting me. She's like, "You're not going to like anything there."
Right.
Yeah. She's like, she's coaching me in the back. Well, she's a bad coach because she's like, "You're not going to like a thing. You're going to be embarrassment to everyone."
Right.
And so then she's like looking at the menu from a distance.
The glory hole special.
No, come on. You're horrible. So she's trying, and then she goes, "Oh, wait a minute, you'll like this Korean fried chicken." So I said, "Okay, that's what I'm going to get, Korean fried chicken."
Yeah. Was it any good?
It was all right. I wouldn't say. Yeah. I had to look up, so I couldn't remember what scallions were. On the menu says it comes served with scallions. I'm like, is that a seafood? A scallion? I feel like an idiot. I didn't ask. I just Googled it.
Aren't those onions or something?
Yeah, they're like an onion, which I like onions, so I was all right. Yeah. But anyway, so everybody's drinking, and except for me, I don't drink, and so everybody's drinking. They're eating like this feast that's all over the table with everything you can imagine. All kind of Polynesian in its variety there. And so I'm sitting next to the kind of like the leader, I suppose, right? The person, the boss.
The Jim Jones of the group.
The Jim Jones, yeah. And
I run a Oyster grape Kool-Aid.
He orders this. They have a specialty is this Mai Tai that is all alcohol. There's no like filler. There's no juice. There's no soda. There's no water. It's like 10 different types of alcohol. And he downs this thing.
Oh my God.
In record time. And he's like, now he's getting touchy.
Oh, that's just what you don't like.
Yeah, I know. So like he keeps touching my arm. And he's asking, then the food comes, and he wants me to try his food.
Yeah. And
he had like, I don't know, it looked like a hunk of liver in a bunch of water. It was like some kind of beef stew. And
so are you two on a date at this point? Or
no, there's 8 of us all together.
No, I know. It just sounds like you and this dude are really connecting. I mean,
well, I know him I only know him a little bit, but he's like, hey, hey, Bob, try this. Try it. I'm like, I don't want to try it.
Because you have been mistaken as a woman before. I'm just saying.
That's maybe true. I've been on more than one occasion. I'm like, no, that's okay. No, thanks. No, thank you. No, thank you.
I want to try my
He's like, no, you got to try. It's good. Try it. Right. And I'm like, no, thanks. I felt like I can only imagine that this is what a woman feels like when the guy's coming on to her too strong. Because this guy really wanted me to eat his food.
Honey, you want me to cut your meat for you?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
No, Dave, but you don't have to.
He kept asking me, though. So we go on a little further into the evening. He gets a daiquiri. After he drank this 10 alcohol Mai Tai thing.
Oh my God!
And he's drinking this daiquiri, and we're kind of working our way through dinner. I get my chicken, which was all right. It was pretty good. And the next thing I know, he's sitting there. He's kind of groggy, and I'm talking to the rep, right, the guy who is paying for everything, because I'm trying to make a good show of it. I don't understand how to act in all these situations. So I'm like, well, I should at least engage the guy in some conversation. Don't you think? Isn't that what the proper thing to do?
Hell yeah, man! I would have got free golf out of it and shit.
Yeah, I know. You work people. I don't do that. I just
I
want to be left alone. You work people.
I'd be like free pens, man. You got a mouse pad,
you
man.
Got a mouse pad.
I'll take it all.
What do you got in your trunk? You got anything in your trunk besides a spare tire?
You got any Oxy, man?
Oxy.
What you got, man? Come on.
Oh my goodness. So
you got any Molly for me and my friend here?
So I'm talking like to the rep's leaning forward a little bit. The boss guy's leaning back a little bit. I'm leaning forward. I'm talking to the rep, because we have a little bit of common ground in the Midwest. He's from Arkansas. So I'm like, I've been to Arkansas several times. I know people in Arkansas, blah, blah, blah. And so I was talking about that. Next thing I know, the boss is sleeping.
You roofied your own boss, man.
He roofied himself. He totally is like, how you like lean your head forward with your head down. Yeah. He is totally asleep.
God.
This place is so noisy. There's like a bachorette party or something going on behind us, and they're all whooping and yelling.
I would have get on that, man.
And there's like all these women in weird outfits, tight outfits walking around us and yelling and everything. And then I'm trying to talk to the rep, and then the boss is sleeping. I mean, he just nodded right out. And I'm looking at him, and then I'm like, what's the etiquette? What am I, what? He's literally, he's not snoring because, it's so loud in there. I probably wouldn't have heard it anyway. So we just kind of finish our conversation, and I let him sleep, and then he kind of pops up, and he wakes up a little bit, and he's like, and he just starts joining in. Oh, yeah. What are you guys doing? Yeah. Hey, have you tried my beef stew? I'm like, no, I don't want the beef stew. Hey, Michael. And I'm like, I don't want the beef stew. I think I made him feel bad because the lady across from me had these spicy ribs that I did taste.
Oh, God.
Because they were really good. They were really good ribs. So they're called firecracker ribs or something. I don't know, but it was really tasty.
Hey, Bob, you want a little special K for dessert? Nah, man, I'm good, man. I'm straight, man. I don't want that, man.
So then the boss guy wakes up for a while, and we're all chatting and talking and passing food around and everything. And then he conks out again. He was fast asleep, and so this lady that I work with is across from me is like yelling at him. She's like, "Hey, Dan, everybody's lit. Dan can't shut up. Dan." And so I elbowed him right in the ribs. Pow. And he pops up and he's like, oh yeah. Oh my gosh, it was the most bizarre thing. And these are all highly professional, highly educated people that I work with. So we're not talking about any kind of truck driving, camo wearing kind of a situation. These people are highly educated.
Fuck.
What's that?
Doesn't mean they don't know how to party.
No, exactly. They totally went for it. He downed 10 alcohol Mai Tai thing in like 5 minutes, and the guy's blotto or something.
Oh man, I would have loved to have been on that trip, man. I would have made the most of that evening.
Oh, you would. Well, you would have loved it because not only was there a sales guy, it was a sales gal as well.
Oh man, now you're talking.
And you would have totally been like all over this. I'm telling you. But anyway,
like
I
Kristen
never
Stewart?
have. This is not my scene, right? I don't. This is not what I do.
Wait. Okay, go back. What did the sales lady look like? Kristen Stewart?
She looked like a kind of a variant of Adrienne Barbeau in her 40s, late 40s.
Oh man, let's hit the pause button on this.
I would say I'm trying to think of anybody who's more, modern than that. But that's who she reminded me of, to be honest with you. So,
oh man, I'm gonna whip up a batch just thinking about that.
Oh my God, you're terrible. But I this is not my scene. This is not what I do. But I was forced into it, and I try to make the best of it. But I'm like, what do you do when, he's not my boss particular, but he's kind of the leader of this situation that I'm in.
So?
And here he is dozing off. And, everybody had a good time. The funny thing was there was a guy straight across from him. He's like in his 80s. And he drank...
Coach! It's Coach and cheers.
Well, the thing is, he had the same drink. And he did not fall asleep.
That's funny.
And I'm familiar with. I know him for a while, but yeah, he's got to be like 83 or 84, and
oh my God,
yeah, wow. And he sucked back this Mai Tai. He had no problem at all. I don't know. Man. It was one of the weirdest sales food things I've ever been involved in. I've never had anybody at one of those kind of events fall asleep on me.
You missed a great opportunity there, my friend. Man,
what are you talking about? Tell me, give me some feedback here.
I would have had a few cocktails. I would have went to the table behind me, be like, "Hey, ladies, you like some jokes? All right."
Yeah, no, that's you.
Like,
see, you need to. I should have took you along, and then you could basically go out to dinner for me, and I could just stay back at the hotel.
Hey, Gramps, let's do a few lines, man. Come on, me and you, man.
You're terrible. It was fun, and then we finished it was a long dinner. It took like a couple hours, and then we went our merry ways. But yeah, it was. I've never had anybody fall asleep in the middle of a dinner.
How about making love? Has that ever happened?
During dinner? No, it's never happened either. Well,
you want to call it dinner? Yeah.
So yeah, either I was super boring and I just kind of bored him to death, or
no, you were just being your stupid self.
The rep guy seemed very interested. We talked about Bentonville and northwestern Arkansas and all kinds of fun stuff. He was into it. But I
you ever been to Mountain Home?
I wish I could give you more particulars about this, but I think you get the drift.
But, I want to tell you about Mountain Home, Arkansas.
That's right. The Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Amy, what you gonna do?
You like salt pork?
We're gonna get us some pork rinds and some sody pop. So what's going on with you, Miles?
So, people often want me to, they try to recommend movies and TV shows.
I know you have such bad taste. You never take anybody's recommendations.
I don't know, right? Because you're always like, "Hey, Miles, why don't you watch Degrassi Junior High with me sometime?" I'm like, "No, I'm not. You freak! I'm not going to watch that."
No, Chris Hansen, you can't bait me.
Let's go watch Corner Gas together.
Oh, I love Corner Gas. Corner Gas is the best show ever.
No, I mean, but actually your recommendations aren't that weird. But I'm always like, like I'm not going to do it. I'm not gonna do it.
You're like, no, I'm
So
watching
anyway,
Sorority Sisters 5.
yeah, right. So, I'm talking to my niece from Chicago about a week ago,
Mm-hmm.
and she's like, "Hey, my husband, Big Dirty Jake, he'd like you to watch this really cool TV show." I'm like,
Right.
"No."
What's the name of it?
No, it's funny. It's funny, man. There's cursing and there's nudity and action and craziness and people doing stuff.
Okay.
I'm like, I don't. I mean, is it good? Oh yeah, it's my husband. He thinks it's really funny and he says it's right up your alley, man. You'd really like it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, I don't, I don't know. I was like, well, I don't know. Okay. It's been a while since I took a recommendation from somebody. Okay. I go, what is it called? And I believe it's called Obliterated.
What? I've never heard of this. What?
It's Obliterated. What? So I think it's on Hulu, I think.
It's on Hulu called Obliterated. Never heard of it.
I think it's called Obliterated. But,
I'm writing this down.
I'm like, okay. And so I thank God, like, everyone here had gone to bed pretty much or just wasn't watching it. I'm like, okay, good. And I turn it on. It's kind of it's more like, reminds me a little bit of the show Criminal Minds, but like it's amped up. It's got a lot of action and there are people boinking and, craziness going on, people doing drugs and stuff.
It's Criminal Minds with sex.
Yeah, right. So like half the cast is naked at some point. It's like or doing something. Some kind of. They're chasing some bad Russian guy with nukes. And all that. I'm like, okay, all right. Well, I guess this movie's okay. It's a show, I guess. I'm like, and so C. Thomas Howell's in this, right?
Is he naked?
Well, I'm getting to that.
Oh, okay.
You're running the whole build up to the. Yeah, you're running up the whole build up.
He was in Red Dawn and Soul Man and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. So he's like a bomb expert, right? But he like does all these drugs, and so like towards the end of the show,
so it's actually just a biopic for C. Thomas Howell.
Yeah, towards the end of the show, he comes walking out in the all together. You know what I'm saying? Like full frontal.
Oh, really? Whole hog.
Yeah, the whole hog. And I'm like, I really could have went my whole life without seeing, C. Thomas Howell's junk,
So what is the shocking part about it for you? Because you're very familiar with this actor or?
Well, yeah. I mean, I really don't, it'd be like watching, Ed Harris come out naked. I'm like, I don't want to. Why do I want to see this? I don't want to see it.
Name an actor that you would like to see their junk.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm just whatever.
Define act. But no, like he had manscaped obviously for the role. And I'm like, okay.
I would think if you're going to do that, if you're going to do some kind of frontal nudity, I think at least the polite thing to do would be to cut down the weeds.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm like, are you kidding me? And I told my wife, she wasn't really watching. I go, you know what they just showed?
And did she say, rewind it?
I go, see Thomas Howell's dong. They just showed it. Like, she goes, oh, it's a prosthetic. I don't think so.
Really?
So like a weirdo, we watch it. I have to watch it a second time. I'm like, okay. Just so my wife can see it.
So wait a minute. You didn't want to roll it back, but you're like, well, maybe she has a point. Let me go take another. Let's take another look, zoomed in. Let's magnify.
Yeah, let's see.
So not only are you watching The Criminal Minds with sex, you are acting out your version of CSI Iowa, where you're zooming in.
I had to get like 2 feet, from the screen just to make sure I didn't miss anything.
Give me those cheaters that you're wearing so I can get a really close look at C. Thomas Howell's dong.
Dong. Yeah, I'm like, I thank you for my weirdo family for recommending this show. I just want to thank you. And
Where's that old magnifying glass I had for my Sherlock Holmes costume at Halloween?
Yeah. And I want to tell you what, the second episode was none the better than the first.
Well, no, we didn't find out. What was your verdict on rolling back the footage?
I think the dude's hanging dong.
Okay, well, but then was your wife impressed or no?
More impressed than she is with me. I know that. She's like, I don't know. She's like, he's more of an outie and you're more of an innie. You know? I'm like, oh, all right, okay.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So
did she go, oh, I guess it's not?
I don't know. She had a lot to say about it, actually. I don't know.
Really? Okay. I'm just.
She was calling it Red Dong, I think.
Oh, Red Dong. Okay. I'm just curious if she had any reaction.
No, but
to it, because she said it was a prosthetic.
Of all the things that were happening in the show, with everything that was happening in the show, seeing him naked in the show, it was really would have been on the last on my list of things that, like guess the ending, kind of thing. What's going to happen next? Like, oh, no.
Yeah, wait till you get to that version of Mary Tyler Moore.
Yeah.
Ed Asner walks out. Woo!
Mary! You got spunk on your face.
That was pre-manscaping, so,
Yeah, like 70s Bush or something. God. That is so...
So are you going to watch another episode?
I did actually watch it.
You're such a perv. Oh
my
gosh. Let's see what other 80s heartthrobs will show their ding-dongs to me.
Yeah.
Is that Ralph Macchio? Holy moly.
Oh my goodness.
It's the Karate Kid's ding-dong.
Holy cow, he's hung like a dojo.
So are you going to... Your niece recommended this to you?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, allegedly her husband, enjoyed the show so much that he thought I would enjoy it. And
okay, well, apparently he likes C. Thomas.
I don't know.
Wiener.
Whatever he's into, that's fine. Whatever you're into. But
was it only male nudity?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, you didn't mention any other nudity, so I thought I'd ask.
Well, but I don't know those other actors though, because I would have said, well, it's
nameless,
Warner
faceless,
Von Braun,
naked woman. Oh. Yeah, okay.
There is a naked woman. Yes, discreetly covered up.
Okay. Discreetly.
But the only other person I knew in there was, and I don't know her name, but she played Princess in The Walking Dead.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, you're more familiar with that show than I am. So.
But yeah, so Obliterated. There you go.
Obliterated. I don't think I'll be watching.
You don't think so?
Well, first of all, I don't like those criminal shows anyway, and I don't care if you throw sex into the mix. I'm still probably not going to like it.
Mm-hmm. What about C. Thomas Howell? Because you're always going off about Hitcher, and stuff like that. You're always like, oh. Man.
Well, unfortunately, it wouldn't have bothered me as much as it bothers you. But that's obvious if you go listen to the show. I watched some French show where this guy was walking around naked constantly. So yeah, no big deal.
No, it was like, I don't know. It was weird. It was like so shocking though. It took me by surprise. Like I just wouldn't even have guessed it. Like, okay, like. Whoa, wait a minute.
The irony is C. Thomas Howell is older than you.
No, he's not.
Oh, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Let me look him up. I'm going to tell you right now.
Oh, all right.
What's your guess?
He's like 54.
C. Thomas, how old? Google's
how
57 years old. Ba-doom-ba.
Ooh, dang. Ooh, shit.
I told you he was older than you.
Yeah.
Because he's been around longer. I mean, hell, he was in the movies.
And longer, too, apparently.
Yeah, well. Maybe he's got a secret. He'll be selling some product pretty soon. Did you see my dick in Obliterated? Try long genitals. Oh my gosh. I can't believe we're talking about dicks. You scared off our audience with your dick talk.
Yeah, I know. I'm sorry, audience. Sorry, man.
Till next time.